If you're one of millions who live near a nuclear power plant, you'll want to hear this. There is renewed concern tonight about how prepared those nuclear facilities might be in the case of a terrorist attack. A report commissioned by the Pentagon suggests that the nation's nuclear reactors remain vulnerable to a 9/11-style attack, especially in some of the country's biggest population centers. Our report tonight from NBC's Tom Costello.
Nearly 12 years after 9/11, researchers say the nation's 100 nuclear reactors are still underprotected and vulnerable to attack from air, land, or sea.
These civilian nuclear facilities in the United States are not required to protect against a threat that's anywhere close to what occurred on 9/11.
Experts believe some of the 9/11 terrorists considered attacking a nuclear reactor. Commissioned by the Pentagon, today's report suggests terrorists could try to attack or sabotage a nuclear facility, perhaps using a hijacked plane to cause a meltdown or steal bomb-grade uranium to build a nuclear device. The former director of the National Counterterrorism Center says it's a serious warning, but it would be far more difficult to hijack a plane today, and nuclear reactors are far more secure.
I think overall, the security of these sites is relatively good. But for the very high-end terror threats, there's no doubt that protections could be increased.
Air pumpers on.
2 years ago, we visited the Waterford 3 nuclear plant on the Mississippi River in Louisiana. Barbed wire fencing, roaming SWAT teams, double steel doors, and hardened concrete protect the nuclear core and the pool that holds spent fuel rods. But because the nation's plants are at least 30 years old, often with communities nearby, experts say hardening them to 21st century standards would be both costly and challenging. Nationwide, 65 of 100 working reactors sit within close proximity to population centers. 1 in 3 Americans lives within 50 miles of a nuclear reactor, including New York, Boston, Philly, Charlotte, Chicago, Miami, Baton Rouge, and San Diego. 50 miles is considered the potential contamination zone. Today, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission insisted it has strengthened security requirements for commercial nuclear power plants and remains confident that these important facilities are adequately protected. While reactors may remain a target, any new security requirements are now highly unlikely. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.